All right, let's get more on this. Student protest leader Shaeera Kalla joins us now from Pretoria. Shaeera, as a student protest leader, what does this anniversary mean to you?
So I think, it's a sad day for us in South Africa. It's a sad day because we remember the precious life that was lost on this day. Seth Mazibuko, who's one of the living student leaders from the time, has said that, with tears in his eyes in an interview, that he still regrets marching 12 and 13-year-olds to the streets where they were shot down by apartheid police. And we see that even though students face brutality, state brutality in protest today, we can't compare it to the kind of brutality that they faced then. But I think that when we think about protests in South Africa and the way in which government reacts to it, what comes to mind is 2012 and the Marikana miners who were shot down by police in South Africa. And I think that the only thing that stops such brutality in student protests today is that sad memory of the 76 killing of students and what that means for us today. So in as much as we remember and we commemorate, we have to see this day as a poignant reminder of the state of young people today and really introspect and think about what we're doing as young people in South Africa and what we need to achieve still to continue the struggle.
Let's talk about that. You said a sad day back in 1976. 40 years on, what are students like yourself in Africa fighting for?
So I think that the Rainbow Nation has really lost its street credit amongst young people. We're called born frees if we're born in 1994 after that. And there's really no way that we can actually take on that title without really seeing the grave inequality that still exists today. So in many ways, when we even look at our education system, if we look at what students in 1976 protested against, it was putting freedom before education, but an education that was built to keep them at the bottom as black youth. And today we see that our education system, and you can graduate and matriculate in Afrikaans, which is the language that students protested against in 76. But you can't, you don't see the black majority having a fair shot at being uplifted and empowered. And there's not enough emphasis on education. When we speak about more money that needs to be pumped into education, when we speak about free education and how we can't afford to not afford it in South Africa today, we're told that, what about social grants? And so the poor are really continued to fight for the crumbs at the table of the privileged today. And even though we don't face the same brutality, we still face brutality in a more insidious way.
All right. Shaeera Kalla, we thank you. Student protest leader joining us live from Pretoria on the 40th anniversary of the Soweto.